Deathless is an improvised cinematic narrative with live production, including music and dialogue. There is no script. This story contains violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and a darkness which may leave you doubting who you are. Proceed at your own risk.
Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Ache, ache, ache for me, babe. Shout from the depths that you want me to say. Fight for me, fight for me, fight. I want you to fight for me. I want you to fight for me. Shake me awake, rip me from slumber and fight for me. I want you to fight for me. For me, babe. They say stand up for the things you can't stand to lose. Despite what my heart can't feel.
Two of you collapse instantly, as if strings were cut. There's no warning. Around each fallen body, a bubble of blood-tinged smoke hisses up from the cracks in the floor, swirling like ink in water. It expands in slow spirals, then seals shut with a sound like breath caught in a throat. What do you do?
I would walk over towards Cora to try to get her up.
The bubble is around her. Do you want to try
bubble.
to... Yeah, it's like blood and black smoke or like ink
Oh, no.
surrounding her.
I'm get as close as possible to just kind of look to see if she's moving.
She's not moving. Do you want to try to cross
Can
the
I?
threshold?
No, I want to. No. Sure, all this blood and shadow magic bubble. I'll just run through it. I would like
you never
to
know.
hold up my hand and see if I feel anything from this. Like if I can tell what it is or where it is coming from.
Ooh, yeah, you can do that. We'll roll.
Okay.
And roll your magic stat, please.
See. Any particular difficulty? 30?
Yeah, 30. Unless you have special bullshit, which
Not for this.
I actually think you might.
Okay, for this,
Yeah.
I definitely do.
So we'll say 40 for you for this.
It is 19.
Okay, I'm going to need some assistance. I don't know what you know about Ishna or what you felt about her passenger. I've forgotten.
I
who
haven't really
has done
felt
what.
anything specific. At one point, I got blocked out by Ishna when we had our moment.
Okay.
When I tried to connect, but I know the feeling around the coffin that Ishna was in, and that like kind of feeling that I was like, I gotta get out of here. We can't handle this right now.
Okay.
But I think that's about it.
Okay, then that is what that lockout that you felt during the fight is what you're feeling right now. It's that same
Well, it was
energy.
something I didn't even know. I didn't know. It was just like I got a feeling from her, and he just hid it from me. It was like not a thing I knew I was getting blocked.
No, I
It
know,
was like
but-
I thought I was feeling the truth, and it was him lying, but then something came out of it.
So I think that you feel that same energy of the
Yeah.
blocking right now, but
Okay,
you
so
have
whatever
the,
that was, yeah.
But you have the clarity now of knowing what that was, and then also being able to go, oh, I felt that back then.
Something is keeping me out.
Yes.
Keeping us out.
Yes,
Okay.
and also kept you out back then. So you can apply that clarity to the previous instance in which you felt this.
Well, this is certainly new.
I would like to walk up and see if they are living or like feel their life force. Basically, I'm checking to see if I can feel for an energetic heartbeat.
Okay. And how do you do that? What does that look like for Constantine?
I mean, I think it's... I don't know what I'm doing still. You know? Like, I'm guessing as I do things all the time. So I think I raise my hand in the air and I try to focus on them and almost willing myself to feel anything I can from their bodies.
Okay.
Like, this reference or this comparison is so stupid. But like when you're a child and you're trying to do magic.
Yeah.
And you're like just trying so hard to move the wind or, you know.
So for me, when you're a kid, it's more in the waiting for it to happen because you kind of sort of expect that it's going to happen because you don't believe that you can't do it. So I guess my question is, you know, like, does Constantine believe that he can do this? Is he trying to do something new? Where is his mind?
I think it's the same. It's connected to the same as like my healing abilities. I don't think it's something new. I would be considering it as an extension of that healing ability.
Okay.
And I think I can do it. I feel confident that I can do it, even though previously I'm not sure. Because in the world I was in before, there were sort of plenty of things that I could do that were powerful outside of myself, like convincing people and sort of what's the word? Making them like think or feel things without touching them. So I think I'm kind of...
Oh. Could you do that previously? Like in the VTM world, that was one of your abilities?
Yeah, I think so. Let me just quickly double check.
So
exactly which ones?
Here's the thing. It's technically in PBU obviously very possible for you to be able to do this if you believe well enough that you can do it, but it's incredibly rare. So typically you'll need to do 3 things. You'll need to have like 3 kind of aids to help you succeed at this. Are you using the gift that you got from Sunny? It's not really a gift, but sort of.
I don't think so, because I think we discussed that it has sort of like a max number of uses. So I wouldn't be. Okay. I'm looking now. I can, in my original, in VTM, I had Sense the Unseen. And then I also had Entrancement and like Lingering Hints.
We'll use Sense the Unseen. That makes sense to me. Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Difficulty is going to be 30. Actually, it'll be 40 for you as well. Because you do know her secret, don't you?
Yes, I do. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god.
For those listening, she rolled a 1. Holy shit.
Best possible roll.
It's the best possible roll you could get other than like an 11 or a 22 or a 33. So I'm going to say, you have to learn something transformative here. And I think it's visual for you. I think in the moment that you reach out to kind of sense the unseen or feel their heartbeat, you will see very clearly Cora's heart beating in her chest, nice and slow. Because I think in my idea of what vampires are, and I know this changes from lore to lore, but I always thought that their heart would beat incredibly slowly, like so much so that a human ear wouldn't be able to feel a heartbeat or know that it was beating. But if you were closer to feeding time, like you had just fed, then it's a little bit louder and or faster because it's pumping through with fresh blood or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's been a while since you all fed, I think. So it's pretty slow, but it doesn't strike you as, holy shit, this is unnaturally slow. I think to you, you go, this is what a vampire's heartbeat should be like. But it's very, very slow. And you see a tether attached from her straight to Moog. And Moog's is also going incredibly slow. The two of them are still. They would pass for dead in any other circumstance. But you can see their heart beating almost like it's double exposed, maybe a little bit. Or like an x-ray, and you can see right into their bodies. And then you will absolutely see a humanoid form of a like demonic creature that is crouching over Cora. And it is, I don't know if she has given you a name or if you are aware of a name, but this creature is going to look at you and see you, and you know it sees you, and you know it knows that you know it's there as well. And it is not going to let you or anyone else get anywhere near Cora. This is a protective barrier around Cora and Moog, and he is doing it. It's from him.
Oh, cool.
I think he actually probably gives a very wicked grin to you when he notices that you see him.
And what does Ishna look like to you?
Yeah, it's a good question. I imagine a very like lanky. Ooh, you know what? Actually, in Constantine, they have creatures similar to this. They're very small, but they're very lanky and kind of like, that's what I'm imagining, this like hunching, very limby type creature, where you can kind of like see the muscle definition and things like that. And, just like fucking horrifying. But I do imagine his face being very skeletal, and almost kind of obscured by shadow because he can change it. So I don't imagine like horns or anything like that, but I do imagine this very like skeletal, deep hollows for eyes. And, this like
no eyes, right?
Yeah, no eyes. Absolutely none whatsoever.
Yeah, okay.
So just the hollows. But you know he's looking at you. You know, you can feel that boring into you.
I'm able to tell, that this is the same entity
absolutely.
that I was...
With the one, 100%. It's the same entity, whatever. I think you can even have the knowledge that, it's been there the whole time. Yeah, it's definitely, you definitely know it's protecting her, and it's not going to let anything get near her or Moog, because you can see the tether, right? And she's told you, they've told you guys that you're basically connected, and if Moog gets hurt, she might get hurt too, so he's just protecting them both at the moment. And I will say with your one, that you know that he is very strained at the moment. This is costing a lot from him.
Ooh. Okay, I will say to him, do not worry, we won't do anything to your treasure. You can rest if you want.
Oh, that's so interesting. I immediately went into my Ishna voice without the fucking thing on there. I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to be able to reach the thing.
Yeah.
So I don't think he will move. I think maybe maybe he might still and look at you and try to maybe assess and take your measure, but he's not gonna risk dropping the.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
I will, as he looks at me to take my measure, I will sort of subconsciously present myself for that. I'm holding the space. And then I will turn to Esteban and the others and say, I think they are taken care of for now. We need not worry further.
Who are you talking to? And how do you know this?
I flash you kind of like a grin. Oh, damn. I don't really want to tell you. I want to keep Cora's secret, but you caught me talking. Cora has a protector, a knight. Not so shining armor. But it is her business. Not mine to tell.
We'll say that as... Sorry, Trench.
No, go ahead.
As all this is happening, I have turned my back to Cora and Moog as they fell, and Constantine and Esteban went to go check. I've turned my back to face the rest of the room as if a threat was there. And I've been slowly reaching behind to my belt, where I lift up my coat, and I'm holding on to both of my axes now, still tucked into my pants, and I can hear what they're saying, but I'm mostly listening for something else. I want to know if I feel that same presence in the room as I did when I was reborn.
Oh, you clever bitch. Okay, yes, let's roll. Difficulty 40 for you as well, because you felt it before.
That would be mind?
Yep, whatever your magic stat is.
Go body then.
Oh yeah, so for you it would be, you can use your body for it, because yours, that body is
I think I've been
your...
rolling mind for magic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, absolutely, you can
Because I
continue
have...
to do that.
okay.
Yep.
40. Not feeling great about this one.
Hell yeah.
39.
Okay.
Okay, so... Ooh. What is this like when you tap into this? Are you thinking back to a memory, or are you using power to do this? What is this like for Gunnar?
I'm more so tapping into what I felt upon leaving the coffin. There was a moment where it was very clear that there was something we couldn't see.
Yeah.
In the room with us. And, I would liken it to, like, that feeling of being watched.
Yes.
And maybe even more so for a warrior such as myself when you think the enemy is close. So it's really like using all of your senses, hearing, to try to locate where it might be.
Oh man, okay. I love this because I feel like we're developing your supernatural hunting abilities. So how do you think Gunnar would interpret the sound of a demon nearby? Because I'm imagining it's just like, yeah, so like if you were to use magic to try to hunt down a supernatural creature, because this is just how I imagine Gunnar, right? Like, you know how we would be quiet in the woods and listen for the sound of twigs snapping or whatever to identify? You're like hearing on another plane. So I'm imagining you still yourself. We see Gunnar like take a deep breath. He's quieting himself the way that you would in the woods, and he's straining to listen, and he just hears like almost like a fireplace crackle. And eventually, maybe not now, but eventually there will come a time where he's able to go, oh, that means there's a demon nearby. Like, because I know that sound, and I know that's an infernal sound. Like, he doesn't know it's a demon now, but maybe that's what he would then associate with demons in the future. But that's up to you.
So I hear this.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes, absolutely. So first of all, you do feel that same sensation. Because it's a 39, it's a success. It's the same sensation you felt in the crypt when you woke up, of something being there, something watching you. But I'm going to give you something a little extra this time, which is that hearing that, we'll just say for now that fire crackle. If it changes later, it doesn't matter. But it's almost like a little bit of a fireplace, but you know it's not like an actual fireplace. For you, you know that's some sort of clue to know what type of monster is in the room with you. Now, what do you think how do you think that you would hear a vampire? How do you think Gunnar would know there's a vampire in the room?
Man, I don't think it's visual or audible.
Okay.
I think like, I don't know, you just...
Hairs,
like
maybe?
like a very feeling, yeah.
Yeah, like the hairs on your arms stand up.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah,
like an animal, like
yeah,
like a, you know, you feel like something's wrong before it's even is, you know,
yeah.
and yeah, I would say mostly the hairs stand up.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, I like that. And then maybe if your roll was like a 2 or something like that, you might hear like the whoosh of blood pumping to know that it's like, oh my God, this is a vampire.
Interesting.
Okay. Cool. I love that.
Do I get a sense of direction from this, or?
Oh, absolutely. And you see the like red smoky blood bubble around Moog and Cora. So I think it's very safe to say that, you know, like you feel it coming from that direction for sure.
Okay. So I'll turn then. I'm grabbing my axes and I'm hearing this and I'm kind of like locking in on it. And I'm now turning my body to face Moog and Cora on the ground and the rest of the party.
While everything was happening, I think instinct would take over for me when they fall to the ground. I would have reached for obfuscation without thinking about it.
Okay.
And tried to observe places where silent and not visible objects could be thrown, shot, or otherwise projected into my compatriots.
I don't think you have to roll for this because you climbed the wall. You've been in the room for however long. There's no door in here. There are simply the statues. Everything was shaking and crumbling for a little bit. The statues have fallen apart, I think, into disrepair. They're not completely gone, but you might have a jaw missing from one, and they've just been, it's almost like you walked into the room 200 years ago, and then once you solve the puzzle, it's the room as it is now, but you felt the transition between them, so you can kind of see these decrepit old statues that haven't been cared for at all. However, Moog is on the ground, so I don't think the place is lit anymore. You're all in darkness. Because he was the one who lit it, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're vampires, so you can still kind of see each other.
I have an eyeball that can see through magical darkness.
Mm-hmm. So for you can look around and see doesn't appear to be anybody in the room. And you can see all areas of the room, because it was just like this dome area that you guys were in. Circular room, not quite a dome, but
Could I check the chest that was holding the plates again?
Mm-hmm. What are you looking for?
Well, I know something happened when I opened it. When I was looking for traps before, but I don't know what.
Okay.
Can I search for some sort of clue as to if something deadly came out of that to cause them to collapse?
Oh, sure. And are you looking for something deadly physical, like gases, or are you looking for something deadly magical?
I think my first instinct would probably be physical. But if that failed, I might try to check both if I had time.
Yeah. Well, we have time, but I imagine your powers kind of coming into your desire to find an answer. Like, I don't think it's necessarily always a conscious decision that you're making. So why don't you go ahead and roll? And if you roll well enough, we'll just let that magical part have happened, whether you intended it to or not. So that'll be whatever your magic stat is. Probably should be body, because you're looking for...
Body is not my magical stat. Do you want me to roll that?
I think it should be body, yeah. And then if it's good enough anyway, we'll still have something magical happen. But I think because you're looking for a physical thing with your eyes and stuff, then yeah.
What is the difficulty?
30. Shut the fuck up.
Hell yeah.
What are your rolls today, you guys? That's a 30 for those listening.
Acorn and Greg can take off more.
Only
when we need success.
So I think instantly, well, okay, I'm gonna turn this over to you for a second, because I just imagine it's like instant. You don't smell anything in the room. Like, you've just been doing this for how many years? Like at least over a century, right? So
yes.
Yeah, you don't smell anything, and within a second. But then something magical happens to you to help you additionally search for something. What does that look like? Or what does that feel like to you? Lean back.
Lean back, everyone.
Yep, lean back. Thank you. Sorry.
Everyone, take care of your lower back.
Yep.
I think for me, it feels like a guiding hand, a almost righteous path, for lack of a better term. That is something I've felt before. It is something familiar. Perhaps it's familiar because I see it where it isn't. Sometimes. But...
And you just know where to look. Is that what am I understanding that correctly? Your eyes dart to the statue of the the faceless one?
It's almost like having really good luck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, I think you just feel this pull, and before you know it, you're looking at that statue.
Which statue?
The one without the face, the faceless one.
I would look at that statue.
Mm-hmm.
And do I notice anything different about it?
Other than its
just older.
General older, yeah, look to it, yeah. And I think geologists in the chat, help us out here. But I think like if memory serves, there are certain ways to identify like where you are in the world based on what happens to the stone when you're underground over time. And I imagine for some reason I feel like you know this kind of stuff too. Like I feel like you would recognize stone and over time what happens to it, because you're kind of like a fucking supernatural detective in a way. So I think you recognize the stone, and this was once underwater. Whether that's like a smell, maybe even almost like a hint of a briny smell.
Is there
Mm-hmm.
Is there like barnacle growth?
No, I don't think it's anything super obvious, but you notice it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like some of this damage to these statues was done by water.
Do we know what kind of stone?
I think I said slate originally. Let me check my
slate.
notes.
Okay.
Let me check my notes. But yeah, we'll go with slate for now. I think I did actually write this down, so give me a second.
Hmm.
Also, did this statue break like the rest of them did?
Yes, yep. Yes, it did. And we can say its arm is gone. Its left arm is missing from the elbow down. And otherwise, it's just generally kind of like deteriorated and it's been eaten away a little bit.
Hmm.
Yes, it was slate. And the plates were copper.
Oh, what do the plates look like?
Yeah, and that's a very good question. So the
Are
plates
they oxidized?
they would be oxidized. That's exactly right.
I lift up a plate and I look at Gunnar. And back down at the plate. Am I able to catch his attention?
I'm staring at you.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
As usual. I don't say anything. I just set the plate back down. And I think we're...
Wait, I'm sorry. Can I see you? Because you're obfuscated.
Oh, that's right. Good question. I
feel like we connected, Stalker. I feel like
I think you can always.
I feel like I know where you are all the time.
You always see me. I don't think so, right? I know we have some strange connection from before.
Maybe he can feel you. Maybe it's that uncanny luck where he just knows where to look, but he doesn't know for sure.
I think
well, you pick up a plate, did you? Did you pick up a plate?
I did pick up a plate.
So there's just like a floating plate.
Yeah. Just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Must be Stalker again.
Because I didn't even think about obfuscating. I might not be thinking about it at all.
Yeah.
I think it's just happening.
Yeah.
So, but I want him to see me in this moment, so I think it drops. And
Whoa. Hold on. I have follow-up questions. Sorry to interrupt you. You want him to see you because you're talking to him?
Well, not in words, but
Yeah.
yes.
Interesting. Okay.
We're communicating.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I was just curious. Sorry. Please continue.
So it drops, I pick up the plate, and I look at him. And do you look at the plate at all? Are you just locked onto me?
I think what I do is I'm looking at you, and when you appear, I lock eyes with you. And I'm imagining you are, I'm in between Stalker and the rest of the party. And I'll, be looking at you, and then I'll look back at the others. And then I look back at you again. And I, nod to you.
I'm so sorry. I witnessed them looking at each other, right?
So I didn't want to interrupt Orcish, but if he's okay with it, I don't think it drops. I think he can just see him because that's who he wants to be able to see him. So you guys still see a floating plate, but Gunnar sees Stalker.
That makes sense.
Personally,
I think that's how the
it would
magic
go.
works in
Yeah.
VTM too,
Yeah.
because it's me messing with other people's minds.
Yeah.
So I could just choose not
It's
to mess with
Jedi,
him.
exactly. And it's you're not even thinking about it, but you turn to him to have a conversation to him, so of course he can see you, but they can't. Nobody else in the room would be able to see you yet. They
That's
just
so
see a
cool.
floating plate. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Stalker knows that's what he's doing at the moment, but yeah.
Yeah, this all happened so fast.
Yeah.
It was, and it's his training, so it's
Yeah. And in
eaten
PBU,
into
I
him.
just eventually see him, depending on what happens in the story or whatever, I just eventually see him as this, that fucking thing in the peripheral of your eye where you're like, whoa, there's something over there. But then you look and it's not there. Oh, yeah, he's still there. It's just,
he's so creepy, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so glad you agree.
I mean,
He's so creepy.
he in the most innocent way that creepy can be, I think. But
I don't think he's
super
innocent,
creepy.
but yes, super creepy. Are vampires
he
innocent?
can be. Well, no, he's not really innocent, but he can be creepy without, I don't know how to explain it.
No. I don't think that's possible. If there is a non creep in the room, I just think I get non creep vibes. But when there's a creep, it's a creep, right? Am I crazy?
He's creepy because just by his nature, but not by his intention. I guess.
Oh yeah,
is what I'm
okay.
Trying to say.
Yeah.
How did we make Stalker the Michael Cera of Deathless? The awkward,
He's also my.
young
He's
I'm
also
dying.
very
I'm
awkward.
dead.
I now will
I
only
can't
ever be able
unsee
to
it, dude.
imagine Michael Cera as Stalker. No, stop.
Michael
Oh
Cera.
no.
Guys, lean back.
Yeah, lean back.
Lean back. Lean back.
Thank you.
We're
Lean
gonna
back.
kill her.
I know. So I'm so sorry to interrupt,
Holy
but for those
shit.
listening, I have injured my back, which I think we mentioned in the last episode. So if you hear them yell at me to lean, it's because I'm leaning forward without thinking about it. So I've given them permission to yell at me. So yeah, that's what that was. All right, please continue.
Oh man. Okay.
That got me too, dude. That whack, that got me so hard.
Wait, what?
Oh, I laughed at what Whack wrote in the
okay.
chat. That's why I laughed. I thought we were all laughing at that.
Oh, okay.
I'm alone. And I'll die alone.
So anyway, Michael,
You're
Stara.
just getting in character. Okay.
No.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I can't believe Sammy betrayed me with the Michael Cera comment.
Bye.
Okay, I'm looking at you, and I might glance at the plate that you're holding after, I watched it, floating.
Yeah, I'll rub my thumb into the oxidation and, like, oh my god.
Start with a class, Merc. Tell everyone what you've done to interrupt the scene.
I'm so sorry. I just sent a gif of Michael Sarah winking at us all.
Everyone go to your
the
gift
creepiest
search.
thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Go to your gift search and look for Michael Sarah winking so you can join in.
Oh my god.
Welcome to our immersive experience.
Hey, man, I love this show.
We had a real vibes going for a while.
My character stakes himself and falls over.
You know what's really sad? This would have worked on me if I was like 23 still. So there's that. No, now silence. Great. That's it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for coming.
I was absorbing
Constantine's
that
dead now.
information. I
Same.
needed a minute. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. That's it.
Dude, the more I
Thought
learn
you were
about
last
you,
man
Miranda.
We're losing them.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry.
Yeah, I like kind of rub my thumb across the. I was gonna say thumb it, but I was like, I can't say that.
Hold on, I have the perfect sound effect. I don't think
That
you could
you
hear that
drinking
at
your
all.
water?
Yeah, it was me drinking out of a straw, but I realized you guys couldn't hear it.
That
It was
is
like this
perfect.
very strong sip. I'm so
I mean,
sorry.
we heard some of it. But
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't you guys wish this was like a different type of a podcast that you were listening to, where this shit was edited out? Continue. I don't.
Acorn and Greg are going to come back and they're going to be like, what happened
What
last
the
episode?
fuck is wrong with you guys? Get your
gonna be
shit
like,
together.
I don't know.
Minutes of thumbing.
All right, so I'm thumbing the the copper, the bronze. What is it?
Check it out. We're just never gonna get past this.
No, come on. That's not our fault.
This is
That
just
one
a
is
thumb.
not our fault.
That was definitely not our
the
fault.
other ones.
That was incredible.
Okay, sorry. Yes. So
Connor,
you're
what are you doing?
he's
Thumbing.
I'm gonna thumb.
Don't.
Oh my god.
Gunnar, don't move.
guys, get it together.
Okay. Oh wait, did we go live yet? Are we on the air? Okay. Guys,
A thumb.
No one drank anything. It's going to be
I
a
just
spit
did.
take.
Please.
I'm doing it.
Ow. Okay.
I use my thumb
Okay. Let him cook.
to rub.
Keep going.
Rub. No, I'm just.
Oh my god.
You know I will. I just use my thumb to rub off the oxidation on the metal plates, and I'm sure some debris would fall off, and I look at Gunnar, and then I drop the plate, and I walk over to the statue, and I touch it, noticing the same, noticing a similar, what would happen to slate if it was underwater?
Let's Google. I'm not a geologist.
I think slate actually holds up
That's why I
pretty
think I picked
well.
it. Slate is generally resistant to water damage due to its low water absorption index. However, prolonged exposure to water can lead to some issues, particularly if the slate contains mineral inclusions like pyrite. Interesting.
So it could be
Yeah,
pocked,
we're supposed to be better than them.
potentially.
Yeah.
Right?
You mother...
I can't believe you just said that.
I can't believe you just said that.
We had passed it, Marcus. We had passed it.
Only I had trouble.
So Slade is cool
passing anything.
underwater, right?
Lean back. Lean back.
Lean back. Okay. Oh, God.
Dude, you're gonna.
Here's the thing.
You're gonna
Here's
kill
the thing. No one's going to fucking know what that joke was unless they watched the Friday show, okay?
Why would you tell them where they could find it? Just let people not know what's going on.
Okay, anyway.
Okay.
Please continue. Yes, so it's got
I feel
it's
like
pocketed.
It'd be like
Yeah.
really small pox for where the pyrite is.
That's what I was imagining as well.
Yeah. So I rub my thumb on it.
I want to communicate to you.
Yeah. Do you use our mental link?
I want to. Don't want anyone to hear me. Can I still do that?
Yep. I'm saying yes to move the scene past this awkward point. You don't even got to roll. Yes, you can. And now it's canon, and that's going to come and bite me in the ass later.
Stalker
Let's go.
touching the statue, and then I touched the...
I didn't say where I touched the statue.
I think we can guess.
Stalker.
Yes.
We are in danger. There is something happening here. The secrets that have kept here aren't the only ones. It is back. Do you feel it too?
I try to feel the presence that I felt in the crypt.
That you'll have to roll for, I think, again.
Yeah. What would I use?
We're gonna go with mental, I think, and difficulty 30.
Whoa!
It's a 33, which is well under my mind stat. Now, is that good or bad?
So the difficulty was 30, but it's 33, and that's a magical number for me. So I am gonna absolutely say that it's a pass, instead of a critical fail or whatever. I'm thinking about what this would manifest for you. Have you ever dealt with a demon before, Stalker? I don't even know if they have demons in VTM. Do they? I don't think they do.
Let's find out.
I think they do.
Let's Google.
I think they do.
And by let's, I mean one of you do it, so I don't have to lean forward.
Yes, demons exist in Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. They are primarily featured in the Demon, the Fallen line,
Okay.
but their presence and influence are also felt in other White Wolf settings, including Vampire.
Okay. So then, the question stands. Have you ever dealt with a demon before?
I certainly would have heard of them and perhaps encountered vampires who might have some sort of connection to demons.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's possible. I mean, I think I could have, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be like, yeah, of course.
No.
Take
Well,
advantage.
you get to do that because it's a 33. So if you, I mean,
Okay,
if we
then
want to say
yes,
that, then
there
yeah,
was,
that's absolutely.
I would say early on in my career, I was involved in hunting a demon with several others, but it wasn't. I wasn't going after the demon itself. I was going after a vampire who was let's say, using the demon's power.
And how did that end?
Bloody.
And have you seen... Oh, wow. This is why you roll for everything, and this is why you just ask random questions, like, have you ever encountered a fucking demon before? Have you specifically, Stalker, seen any of these faces that have been floating around? I'm relying on you guys a lot for these notes now, like Miriam Hale or any of these other individuals, because I don't think you have. I think everyone else has.
I've not seen any faces.
Okay.
I've seen the name come up on our friend who's
Holy
no
shit.
longer with us.
Okay.
You just had to bring up Hansel. Just had to bring him up.
Yep. So I think what happens for you is a memory will surface of the first time you dealt with somebody that was trying to use a demon's power. But then you're going to see a dark-haired woman instead of the person that you were dealing with. And it's very quick. And I think, when you say it was bloody, did you deal the finishing blow for this individual? Or was it just you were there among the aftermath?
I was there during,
Okay.
and I was one of a couple who survived.
Oh.
So yes.
Okay, cool. So then I want to say that memory, whatever that looks like, that perspective stays the same. If you were kind of being attacked by this demon that was being controlled by, whoever it was, then, just for a brief moment, you're going to see somebody different and it's someone different. It doesn't look identical to whoever it was originally. You are going to be looking at... Now I have to look at our notes again. Please hold. Where is... Greg is going to have a fucking field day when he watches this. Where is your photo of Miriam? Can you tag me in that? Where are your notes with her picture? Because that's what you're going to see.
My personal notes or the notes in
the notes for the group, yeah. Because I know you guys have it in there somewhere.
Let me find it.
Greg's screaming right now. I can hear him. What?
I don't see it in here.
Perfect.
He's flipping his Easter ham.
Okay, yeah. He's just like screaming.
Oh no, it's sorry, there's other notes.
Yes. Okay.
It didn't hear either.
It's not pinned?
I think it's in the general chat somewhere.
Oh my god. Too many. Okay. Hold on. I'm just going to search.
I got it.
Yep. Okay. Yep. If you can just link that and repaste. So that's what you're going to see. And then I'll describe based on what you put in here. Or tag. For those listening. That's the one. Okay. So you see a woman with dark hair. I don't think you're able to properly see too many other features on her face other than that she's just kind of like really tall and has a bit of a, almost like, especially now if she's in the middle of controlling a demon, her face is very skeletal and you cannot see her eyes. It looks like they're socketless, shrouded in darkness as she is controlling or using the powers of this demon. And when she opens her mouth, she has fangs. And then the memory would end. But what do we see from your perspective, Stalker? And include as much, if you want to leave it there, that's fine. But if you want to embellish a little bit on what this was like so we can learn a little bit about Stalker, feel free.
Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
So I see this woman.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see her, it's the moment when I am certain I will perish like my brothers. But she stops just short of finishing the job as two others hold her back, and I am in the perfect position to drive a stake into her heart.
Esteban on the left, Gunnar on the right, holding her back.
The expression on her face goes from shock to rage to fear to relief. And she falls limp to the ground. I look up. The blood patterns on the ceiling look as if they have an artist's touch, but it is just chaos. As I survey the room, shadows on the ground, are all I can see of my fallen comrades. Uneasiness is in me, something I've never felt before. As Gunnar approaches, touches my shoulder. Brother, we have done it. We should return. His voice brings me back to myself and my purpose. And we leave that bloodied nightmare behind.
Do you look back?
Forever.
Or do you not?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you feel it, Rolla?
Yes. Something I haven't felt in a long time. But I think I have felt it more recently. Was it the creeps? Or when I found you? I'm not sure.
I'm just as not sure as you. But I believe they are. And I'll turn to Esteban, Constantine. And I'll start to walk over. I'll stop just about before Constantine.
A knight, you say?
Yeah, something like. But again, it is not my place.
We slay dragons.
Are you a dragon?
I think we're closer to dragon than we are a knight.
Well, so is she.
A dragon protected by a knight?
Would it be so crazy?
Can you see it?
My eyes flick over. Yes.
Does she look like a knight? Shining armor.
I reach out and I brush my thumb over your bottom lip, the corner, like quickly. No, he doesn't.
I can feel this thing. I have felt it before. But it is not killing them, is it?
No, not yet anyway. I think it is, maybe it is keeping her alive. Safe, at the very least.
Safe from what? What had just happened?
I think it is keeping them safe from everything but it. And I don't know.
Where does this leave the four of us now? Are we to sit here until this thing decides it is okay for them to leave?
We could leave them. I'm not saying we should. But I'm just saying.
If any one of us wants to do that, I don't believe.
I think something happened. These statues look as if they've aged centuries. It is possible that we are in a different time, or perhaps we are in a place where the statues were not cared for. Do you think the door worked? You think we opened it?
It seemed as if we were getting all of them right, correct? The last one, that Constantine did, it,
I get down on my knees and crouch, and I lick the floor. Where are we?
What are you trying to do? I mean, other than lick the floor.
I mean, I'm trying to see if I can taste like it's home.
Okay, we're gonna roll.
It's so funny when something makes complete and utter sense to me and my character, and then everyone looks at you like you're insane. And you're like, wait, am I crazy?
All fours and starts licking the floor, yeah.
No, but it's like, I don't know, maybe it's because I imagined it a certain way.
Yeah.
Tell us, how did you imagine the lick?
It's possible.
Remember,
I'll
he's
not
still
say no, but I imagine, Constantine's magic at this stage, especially because he's floating in between security and insecurity about where he is and who he is. I see it mostly focused around healing or repair. So this is kind of like identifying where you might be. And I don't think you licked or tasted anything while you were in PBU, right? Or did you?
No, I think...
Okay. I'm just wondering if you've got a frame of reference, or if you're just hoping that you'll be like, oh,
this is gonna sound crazy,
Sarah,
but
and
this
it smells like home or whatever. Yeah.
This may sound crazy, but this action feels like VTM World Constantine thing to do, like sensory touching.
Ah, okay.
That sort of thing.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
So
do you have an ability from VTM that lets you do this? It's taking everything in me not to grab my slumbering kitten and just squeeze him to death. He's so cute, dude. He's just like, he's pulled my sweater up to his face and shoved his face into it. I'm gonna die. Sorry, please continue.
Are you leaning back?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I don't think so. Like, I would just think of it as a normal sort of vampiric, like, sensory thing. Like, we taste differences in blood. We can taste metals and other things like that,
okay.
you know?
Okay.
So I think
Yeah. Okay.
what I'm looking for, is like a familiar bouquet of stone or like.
But I believe the ability for tasting blood resonance or whatever, that's a ritual, right?
Might be, yeah.
Yeah. And do you have any ability
No.
or anything like that? Constantine doesn't. Okay.
No.
Okay, so go ahead and roll. I will still always allow for there to be some sort of possibility, but this is going to be a 1, 11, 22, or 33. Go for it.
Am I using my magic stat or my body stat?
Magic, because this is a VTM thing that you want to do, right? Sort of.
And 40?
Yeah.
Hey, before you roll
Sorry,
this,
30.
I want you to know
Yes.
that when I was a kid, I also, tried to use magic. And I'm doing that right now in this roll.
Yeah, me too. Because it would be super dope if you could do this.
If you
but
could
again,
lick the ground and know what universe you're in.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I want to give that to you, baby. Let's
Yep.
go.
Let's go. Let's go.
This
Come
is the
on.
new buses.
3, 2, 1. No, it's a 56.
Magic is
It's a
dead.
normal. Yeah.
Tastes
We didn't get a
like
single bus until it was too late.
wet slate.
Nice.
Gross.
Oh, he is out.
Oh.
There's pet him. He didn't even flinch.
Is that the worst thing Constantine's ever tasted?
No.
That is such an in-character answer response. No.
I knew what the answer would be.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea.
I have a question. So, and I don't know if this was said when it happened, or if I don't remember if he was whispering it, but when Moog said Zunathar 3 times, was it like loud enough? I know he was up on the ceiling with you, wasn't he? Or I don't remember. Was that
I don't
loud
think he
enough?
was on the ceiling anymore.
Wasn't he at
No.
that point? Okay, he had gotten down.
I think so, but
I
he's
said it a
not
couple
here,
times
so
too.
I don't think. I didn't imagine him shouting it, but I don't want to speak for him.
But we're super senses. We're in a closed room.
And I think
But the
I don't think
thing
it was a
is like-
shout. I think it was like an urgent whisper.
I think because
So
that's the only
there's
reason
some
why
volume to
yeah,
it.
Because
Yeah.
from what I remember, we solved the puzzle. Things changed. The way opened or whatever it was, and then he did it.
So here's the thing. He's not here to answer if he was trying to hide it from you guys or if he was whatever. So here's what I'll say. If you want to roll to having heard it, we can do that.
No, I'm just wondering. I'm okay not hearing it.
Yeah, I'm going to
I
default
also
to
said
saying...
it though.
Okay, well then you can answer for how you said it. But I'm imagining that Moog said it in a very maybe a hushed whisper, but it was to you, Stalker, and not anyone else in the room. And yes, you guys have vampire hearing, but so does Moog, so he knows exactly how to speak in a way in which it wouldn't be overheard, I think.
And also, he was pretty desperate, but I think everything had just opened, Like, so we're all like, oh, okay, puzzle solved.
I'm not sure if you guys would have been paying attention.
I just
totally
want to make
fine
sure
with you.
it's more just like the order of events. That's like the puzzle was solved, stuff changed. We're like, yeah, we did it, and then he did that, and then everything started shaking, and everything changed, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Roll me a D100. Roll me a D100.
D100,
yep.
Just a flat one?
Just a flat D100.
71.
Okay, regardless of how he meant to do it, whether he meant to do it quietly or not, it still reverberated in a whisper around the room. So you all heard it. You all heard that name.
So we heard him say it.
Mm-hmm.
And
well,
maybe
you heard the
Stalker say
name.
it too.
You heard the name reverberating in a whisper around the walls.
I get you.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard him say it specifically, but you did hear it. Like the wind, but it was a name.
Can I would like to turn back to Ishna.
Sure.
This is so I feel very juvenile today because I'm just
Okay then.
I'm not gonna lick him.
All right then.
You next.
You can't blame us for thinking that though.
I don't
like
at all.
threatening him, like you want a piece of this. Huh?
I was gonna say, can I speak to him like with my mind? Can I say something to him in my mind?
You can absolutely try.
I will. This is why it's juvenile, because it's like in this episode I've been like, I'm a child that's trying to do magic, and I'm also trying to speak to him with my mind. But I want to say, who is Xanathar? I want to ask, are you Xanathar?
You're asking Ishna, are you Xanathar?
Yeah.
Do you say that out loud?
No, she's using her mind.
That's why I'm trying to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I want to see if he can hear it.
Roll for me. Mind stat, difficulty 30.
$57.
Nothing happens, but he looks at you. You can still see him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And he is in a protective stance over Cora.
I'm gonna kick at the ground.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what's happening. And if you all have a better idea of what to do, let me know. And I'm gonna walk over to the edge of one of the statues and like sit down on a corner of it, cross my legs, and just fold my arms petulant child style.
No one else can see this, just me in the audience. That statue looks down at Constantine.
Jeez.
Me no likey.
I move closer to the others and sit cross-legged on the wet slate. It's wet, right? You said?
No, it's not. It just tasted like wet slate to Constantine.
I did just lick it, so maybe you're sitting in my lick patch.
Saliva slate. It's a new fragrance by Constantine.
Brad's new character in CBO2. Sorry.
Saliva slate?
No one will get it. I'm so sorry. Please continue.
Okay.
His first character's name was Wyatt. Wyatt Slate. Like, why is it late? Because he was a delivery guy. Anyway, it's fine. It's no big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, he's so funny.
He's so fucking funny, dude. It was like episode 39 before I realized what had happened.
That's fucking great. That's great. And your saliva follow-up was also great.
Continue. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Now tell me to lean back. I'm kidding.
Lean back.
Okay.
Lean back.
Okay. Please continue.
Don't tell me anymore.
Yep.
Stop telling me.
That's it. We're done.
Dude.
Never lean back again, actually.
I can't, bro. It's impossible, man.
God, I need you guys to tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
I just need a clip of his reaction, because that's my brain tells me what everyone thinks of. I'm impossible to deal with. That's the reaction right there. You're impossible to deal with. Anyway, please continue.
Okay, well, I will continue, but not because you told me to.
Okay.
Yeah, I sit down cross-legged and
What is this
lean
episode?
back. I don't
Sorry.
know. It's
You're
off
right.
the rails. I sit down and I gesture for everyone to join me. What do we know so far? There is someone watching, possibly listening, but we have no choice.
I think at this time I was imagining I'm kind of walking across this whole level of the crypt from where Stalker and I had our moment, and you would just, if we're in the dark, you would hear my steel-toed boots against the slate, moving closer to Constantine and Esteban and the rest. And I want to approach Constantine, who is currently sitting and pouting cross-legged. Or maybe not cross-legged, but I sort of emerge from the darkness, and I am holding my axes in my hand. I want to get up close to him, and I think I'll kneel down before him. What's going on here?
Darling, you cannot approach me like that. Goodness me. We're in public.
Don't take... Don't make me take you to the bathroom. Is there a bathroom here?
My God.
So sorry.
This is fucking perfect. I half expected you to be like lean back. What is today's episode, dude?
This place fills with water. It becomes a lake.
Bathtub, we figured it out.
I heard water sex isn't even that good, so
Oh my
probably
god.
skip that scene.
I'm sorry, what did you ask me again?
Lean back. Lean back.
I lean forward. Closer.
We've broken down entirely at this point.
What is going on here? I know. You know something.
Well, I don't think I know anything that is of use. Nothing applicable to our situation. I have information about Cora, private information, that, you know, it's her business to tell.
Applicable to you, maybe.
Applicable
That's
to me.
exactly
No.
what I've been wondering since I left that coffin. It's answers.
Stalker crisscross back straight on the floor, raises a lazy hand and says, "All information is relevant while investigating a mystery."
But there is information that only some of us know. Isn't there?
Yes.
So what is going on?
How are you looking at me right now?
If you're sitting like on your butt against the statue, I'm in your face,
No,
basically.
I would be like on the edge of it, okay? So on the edge, and my legs are crossed like a lady's legs are crossed on the edge my hands are kind of.
You're sitting down, though, right?
What does that?
I'm sitting down.
What does that sexist statement mean, Murgles? How does a lady
What?
say?
Lady.
It was the
Describe it
easiest
for the
way that
audio
I could.
listeners.
Gosh, it was the easiest way that I could immediately describe just because we have crisscross applesauce over here. Like my legs are crossed, and we're imagining so far it's been established
one over
that
the
crisscrossed
other.
means like on the floor, crisscross applesauce. But mine are one over the other, and that's why I went for the very sexist. I agree.
One
So,
knee
like-
over the other.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
And audio listeners know exactly what that was.
Sorry, I put one finger over the other to.
Yeah.
So just to be
Side
clear,
saddle.
you are sitting on like
on like the
a
edge.
seat.
I
like
cross
a
my legs
bench
Yes.
like that. By the way,
You're not
just
like
so
on
you
the
know.
floor.
No, I'm not on the floor.
Okay. So using my height, I'm not kneeled, like I'm not like on my knees, but I'm like kneeling down, leaning over to you, like pretty close to your face, like I'm in your face.
Right. And your expression, how are you looking at me? Actually, what can I read?
Go ahead.
What can I read in his expression? Can I roll for that?
Sure.
I think so.
Nobody can read my expression though.
Yeah. I'm going to go for soul because that's like my charm thing here. 30 or 40?
I think this is technically a contested roll, so that would be
Yeah.
up to Zambs. Do you think that you're?
Is he even hiding it?
I was going to say, yeah. Do you think you're hiding
Yeah.
it, or do you
Unlike
think?
others here, I'm not hiding anything.
Okay, so let's roll anyway because something cool might happen. So just go ahead and roll with a difficulty of 40.
Okay.
It's not your actual difficulty for him, but it's your
68.
difficulty for something else. Okay.
Am
So-
I rolling? Or, no, right.
No, you're good. So do you think with the 68 that she can tell your expression? I'm assuming so because you're not hiding it. But it's up to you.
Yes, she could pick up
Okay.
large, like, what am I trying to say? She can pick up my vibe very
Yeah.
quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel quite bad because I feel like I've made us all do a little bit of a runaround. I just want to know if you have soft, gentle, loving eyes for me as you speak.
Not anymore. No.
Not anymore.
I don't care how unhinged this episode is.
Yeah.
That was worth it for that moment right there.
Yeah.
Also, I have to
Oh.
pee, and it's going to take me like 5 minutes to lift my desk and walk over there. So please continue without me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
As quickly as I can.
Okay.
Like the moments we've shared before have been very like not only like intimate, but like we're caring for each other.
Yeah.
We are helping each other, and like for the first time you see like it looks like I don't trust you at all. Like I'm looking at you like first I'm pissed, maybe
Okay.
like anger,
Yeah.
and distrust.
Okay.
Heavy emphasis on anger though.
I don't know why you would be angry with me. It is her secret to have that she didn't tell. I nod in the direction of Cora. And as far as for information, I did not have much until mere moments ago, to which I said, I do not know everything. Still just as lost as you. But since there's no other way, I suppose, I will not be a gentleman and will share her secrets.
Good. Believe we've come too far to hold secrets now.
Not even little ones? She is carrying a passenger.
did she get the passenger?
When? Or where?
Where?
I do not know.
So when then?
That I also do not know. I noticed during that fight that we had, when I went to heal her, there was something that was resistant. But I just assumed it was part of her. I assumed it was her business in the way that my memories are mine, or your dreams are yours. I did not foresee the extent to which it truly occupies.
And you didn't think that was important to share?
Which?
That you knew someone was with us.
I did not know that someone was with us until just now. I thought she had, I don't know, something happening. But until she seemed to be working against us, which I have never felt, I let it be her business. But now, I see.
So until it was too
someone.
late, you decided to hold her secret?
Too late. It is not too late. Or if it was, it already was. And there's nothing I can do about it. I don't know about you, Gunnar, but I'm not exactly very powerful. I don't have a lot of stake here. Not sure you could tell. What do I have to offer, huh? I cannot fight. Perhaps I can heal you every now and again. What? I'm here to flirt? Do you like it? Is that all I have for you? You can be angry at me all you want. But it seems to me that your anger is being misplaced. The person who deserves your ire is on the ground over there. Why don't you go tell her?
You see it over there now?
I do.
Let's go speak to it. And I want to grab your neck, your collar, excuse me, and lift you up, pull you out of your seat.
Is that
Fast.
necessary? We'll fight you off. You can pull me up into standing, but I'll fight you off. You can't hold on to me. Contested rolls, shall we?
Or can I?
Does he like slap with the palms of his hands like that?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Well, I do have Cat's Grace.
Well,
yeah.
I have arrived. I've returned. My question to you is, you kind of, slap him off once you're standing. The question is, does he want to let go? Does he want to stay holding on? Because if he does, then we'll do contested rolls. But if he just lets you, get out of his grasp, then that's fine. We'll leave it there. But if he wants to hold on to you, then we'll do the contested rolls.
I want to drag you over there.
Yeah, okay. So contested rolls. Constantine, you are rolling body or you're rolling mind if you want to magically resist this. Good luck. It's going to be difficult.
Not my magic stat? Soul?
You can. So if you,
okay.
you either roll body if you're only physically trying to get out of here, or you can roll your magic stat if you're going to try to magically resist this.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, yep, go for it.
What is the difficulty? 40? 30?
30. Well, actually, roll me body, difficulty 30, gunner first, and then I can add a shift one way or the other for Constantine. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Your difficulty is 20, but I doubt you're going to be able to, like, unless you roll a 1. He rolled a 1. He rolled a 1 for those listening.
Oh my god, I rolled an 11.
What the fuck?
Okay. Hold on.
Lean back.
Like,
Slow motion.
I'm sorry, but like I do feel like there's some, combat between the two of you. Not combat, but like he rolled a 1 to keep you and you rolled an 11 to magically get out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just let you guys take over the scene here a little bit. And I trust you both to figure out what happens. Let's go. Hold on. I've got you, I think. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready?
That's just
Yeah.
So I think like the initial grab is like me pulling you onto your feet from your seat. So your legs will have to not be folded anymore, and I like jolt you up, but now you're like close to me.
Okay, and I will try to shake you off immediately.
Where are your hands?
I think I will grab your wrists.
Yeah.
And try to be like, get off of me.
I'm like holding your collar.
Yeah.
And your hands are on my wrists.
Yeah. That's not unnecessary.
For a second, you see my face kind of shift back to a more familiar one. Just for a second. When you touch me.
Oh. Then remember, I keep my hands.
You need to have magic involved in this in some way. Constantine's magic, which I believe is in feeling and emotion.
Yeah.
To get out of here. Okay.
So that I keep my hands, I'm holding your wrists then. And I'm feeling your slow pulse. And I'm looking you in the eyes.
I'm still holding your collar. And I want to say my grip gets tighter around your shirt. But my head leans back a little more. Or I'm not looking you in the eyes anymore. But rather up towards the ceiling. And I feel rain on my face. And a hand down my head to my neck. And it's like for a second I can hear through the chaos. I can hear the rain.
I will see this, and I don't tighten my grip on your wrists, but I just say, let go.
My hands do not move.
Let go, Gunnar. Bitte.
You feel them loosen a tad. My head still tilted upwards. It's like I'm not in the moment anymore.
I will push myself. Like, if your hands loosen, I will push myself
can
away
shake free.
from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shake free. For future reference. That is not a touch I like. And one day, you might appreciate the way I can bear secrets for people. Some things are not my story to tell. And then I will walk over to Ishna and say,
I'll follow you.
I'll say, hello. It appears we need to talk after all.
You may roll again, difficulty 30, actually. Because you've just rolled an 11.
90.
I'm not going to reach over and hit the thingy.
Yeah.
But you will hear a very strange, like kind of cackling sound as this thing laughs in your face, staring right at you, and then says nothing. But it will begin a more protective stance over Cora.
I approach with the dagger out.
Do I see that you have the dagger out?
It is in, well, I don't know. I have to think about that because this is all happening subconsciously with my, I don't think I'm thinking about wanting you to see me, so you probably don't.
Yeah,
Unless
as
you're
lo-
looking
like-
for me.
No, I would just be looking at Ishna, but if you like walk up with a dagger like holding out in front of you, then I would see that.
Dagger, right? Yeah.
But
potentially.
If okay,
I'll kneel down, or I'll squat next to you, and now you can see me. And I say, do you think this might work?
what? Do you show me the dagger?
Yes.
Put that away.
What?
Put it away. You do not bring weapons to diplomacy.
This is not a weapon, it is a tool.
We are having a conversation, nah? With
It doesn't look like it.
Cora's friend here. Well, allow me. I put my hands behind my back and I assume like a open and casual pose. Once again, I promise we do not have any interest in hurting our dear friend Cora, as I'm sure that you have observed. I have nothing but respect for her and her power. As you can imagine, a group working together, a secret such as you, can make things difficult for trust.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sure you know. Oh.
Roll.
Okay.
Fucking Christ.
What am I rolling?
Mental. Any ability to stop what is about to happen to your mind.
Okay, great. Difficulty?
30. All of you do this, actually.
63.
All mind?
All of you, yep. That's a, yep, okay.
56.
So sorry, what was the difficulty?
30, my dear.
Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
Oh.
58, okay,
58.
so, you are all about to blurt out a secret that you've been keeping from each other. All of you. It just comes off of your tongue right now. And you, Constantine, you're going to hear the cackle of Ishna's laugh again as he just withdraws this from everybody's lips.
Give me a second.
Yep. I have an idea. For 2 of you, at least. If you will allow.
Fine. It's one of those for me.
Yeah.
Can you DM it to me?
Yep.
Oh, wait, no. Do not DM it to me. Say it out loud. Lean back.
Oh, okay. You know a song. I think you start singing that song. And so does Esteban. You both sing it together.
Yep. I'll take that.
That's fine too.
Well, I'm going to do the
Esteban.
song now.
Yeah.
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 Or I could do both.
I think you could do both.
I could
yeah.
do both. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got mine.
This is a very chaotic demon that you basically were just like, yeah, secrets are hurting. Her secrets are hurting us. And then he was like, okay, bitch. Like, you reveal your secrets. Petty little petulant being here.
Oh, no.
So the secret that you reveal should be something that is harming the party by not knowing it. Because that's what he's pulling out of you right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so while Constantine, you start singing.
Yeah, but I don't really know how this is the problem, is like, I cannot think of a single thing that I actually believe or know would be hurting the party.
That's why I'm telling you to sing this song.
Yes. Yeah, because I don't know that that's, Yeah, okay.
Okay, so while you're singing, I look over to you.
Another one would be, I was so sorry, I was away. Did you see Cora drain the life out of somebody in the Lucky Rabbit?
Oh, yeah,
That's one.
that's true.
Yeah.
I did do, yeah.
There you go. Yeah. I feel like you've all purposely hid things from each other throughout this show that you could reveal in this moment for sure.
Okay, but I will counter argument that I was keeping that secret for her benefit.
It doesn't matter. It's a secret that was hurting the party.
Okay,
you
fine, Ishna.
You chose to
have fun.
Sorry, you chose to.
No, I know.
You chose to keep it, right? Like he doesn't care.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think, or
I start singing this song.
Alternatively, you start talking. Like if you really want me to be Ishna, you're gonna describe how much you enjoyed killing that woman, and it's gonna horrify you, and it's gonna just slip right out of your mouth. You just start telling the story about how she caught your eye while you were walking down the alleyway and, you cried, but you fucking liked it. You liked the way that she tastes. You liked how afraid she was of you, like that's the extent of like what's happening right now is he's just going to pull something that you're ashamed of out out and dangle it in front of everyone as like a petty response to what you said. But you guys can decide, but it's on that level of horrifying. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case,
I
don't know if I would sing the song. I don't know if I would sing that song. Then.
I was just giving you options.
The case that you, I think the case that you just gave, is a much stronger thing.
Yeah.
I was originally going to go with something along those lines, not that specific thing, but along those lines of just like how I actually feel about myself.
Yeah, that's fine too.
So
anything
that's what
you've been like hiding back. Yeah, because I guess for Constantine it would absolutely be something of like, your facade that you put up. Yeah. So whatever you want. And I'm so sorry, Trench. Please go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna have to think of a different way to say it now, because if Constantine's not singing the song.
Yeah. Well, you can go to your original thought if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's still good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I was just offering things in case, because this is like a.
All right.
All of a sudden a dump.
I'll go first.
Yeah. Go for it. Go for it.
So when this hits, I just, for no apparent reason, turn to Constantine and say, Constantine, have I told you how powerful I felt after I diablerized your sire? It's very powerful. He must have been very strong.
I do not know why he did not give it to me, as I am weak. Another thing he kept from me inside his love. Something I will never have again. Rightfully so.
Well,
did you know?
He has done some very horrific things to Gunnar, and to Gunnar, along with 2 other people.
I'm afraid to say I do not care. I loved him.
Well, you always will now. You'll never learn, perhaps, how horrific he was, or what horrible things he would have done to you as well. Because you are here, as are we. I assume by his hand and the hand of the 2 others who have done this to Gunnar that I have seen.
But we must have deserved it. We are monsters, are we not?
If you wish to be a monster, then be a monster. If you think of yourself that way. You clearly do not want to be a monster.
Does it matter what I want? Or what I am?
Well, if you do not have the strength to be what you want, then perhaps your sire was right. You are weak. Is that what you want to hear?
Why were you in that coffin, Esteban?
As I said, I have been tricked by whoever is my real sire, who I am closer to knowing now, thanks to Moog. They had led me to believe that your sire was my sire, and my clan gave me permission to end his life. After I had been tricked for, well, it had happened many times by my sire. I went all the way to Germany. And I took everything he had from him. Well, maybe not everything, but everything he cared about.
You didn't take me.
As I said, everything he cared about.
I look back at Ishna.
The most unnatural, disgusting, contorted smile on his face. I would like you all to know that you definitely know that you are being compelled to spill these secrets and be brutally honest with each other. There's no denying that this is being done to you.
So there's no like extra oomph on it. That's just straight truth. There's no like, he's not ramping us up a little bit to be a little more and stick it in. I'm not saying I have been.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. It's like, you know, he wants you to be brutally honest. He doesn't want you to lie. He wants you to speak the truth that you would doctor up or pretty in a different way or tone down as to not hurt someone's feelings. All of that's gone in this moment.
Okay.
Fucking asshole. Sorry.
I hold his gaze. Cora fed off the life of someone in the rabbit. Sucked her dry. I wondered then, would she be the end of us all? And I didn't say anything, because I hoped perhaps we could convince her not to. I look back at Esteban. But you cannot convince someone to love you, can you? Or care, as you say.
Not for real, no. I have to say, I wouldn't really know. It has been a long time. If it ever has been.
Now I start to sing the song.
Do you know why you were put in the coffin, Constantine?
No.
Okay.
I have thought. I'm going to say this out loud.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, like, as soon as you say, why were you put in the coffin, I feel like everyone might feel compelled to spill the secret.
Yeah.
The thing is like, if it comes up in conversation and you've been holding back, it's going to come out now.
Yeah. I always thought I was put in there because I was standing up. For people. And they put me away. I was there at the beginning of the war. When places were being closed down, destroyed, burned. I thought I'd create a safe haven. I wonder how many people I failed, how many died because I was put in that coffin. I thought it was the Camarilla. Why else would I have been put away? I am nothing. A drunkard. Whoring. Manipulating. Shallow parties. Stupid. Weak. Why else would I have been put away? I did nothing of value. Was nothing of value. I prided myself on it. It did not hurt. did not harm. And when I started to do good, I was put away. Why were you put in that coffin, Gunnar?
I feel like I want to answer her question, but also it is what is escaping my lips as well. So I'm like doing both. I was feeding her the bodies of my fallen warrior. I would bring them back to her nest for her to feast, for I was scared. If she were to leave, they'd find her. And then, when she went missing, I knew she had gone back to him. I drove a stake into his heart.
And you say we are not monsters? I turn back to Esteban.
Hold on. Gunnar, do
Yes.
you want them... Like, how would Gunnar feel if they knew about the trial and your tongue?
How would
you
my
feel
friends
if...
feel?
No, how would you feel if they knew that about you?
I feel like I would have told anybody at any time if they would have asked.
Then Ishna won't force it out of you. That's fine.
But is that the feeling I have been made to feel?
Which? That you want to share these things, that you're compelled to share?
My forced honesty?
No, it is much different. So before it was that if you were asked a question, you couldn't lie, but you weren't compelled to speak. This is more like viscerally, you feel like you've all been dropped to your knees and you are forced to give, like you feel compelled to give confession of secrets you've been hiding back from people. Somebody asks you a question, you feel compelled to tell them the truth, but the brutal truth, and maybe give more than you even need to. And maybe it's this feeling of like, I will, my blood will be on fire if I don't get this out, is more kind of the feeling physically that you have to tell these things. But specifically, it's things that you've been holding back or hiding. And if you would have told them, had they asked, Ishna doesn't care. He cares about things that he cares about the hypocrisy of this moment of saying like, oh, her secret has endangered the party when everyone here has secrets. So he's forcing you to get those secrets out now. So it's really only if you've been holding it back and hiding it.
If I had a choice, I would be. I am ashamed of what I've done and what I am.
Yeah.
And would never like to utter a single word about the monster that I am.
Yep. So then,
become.
yeah. So just talking about the fact that you're a monster and that you hate it and you're disgusted is good enough. Yep. Thank you.
Are we compelled just to speak?
Yeah.
Just talking.
Spilling secrets, not just talking. Yeah. Spilling secrets you've been holding back. Things that, but Stalker hasn't gone yet, so we'll let him go ahead and go, and then you guys can continue. And I'll let you guys roll again after this round to see if it keeps going.
God.
I know.
I don't think I've held anything back.
There's not a single thing that you don't want them to know about you, Mr. Secret?
Mr. Secret.
Like your name? Like your clan? Like anything? Like it's stuff that you've been hiding from them or that you would prefer to them not to know is going to spill out.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to do your name, by the way. That was just an example.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, okay.
My
just
clan
didn't.
isn't a secret. They would all know what my clan is.
Yeah.
He's told us too.
Yeah,
Like early on, he told
the
us.
clan, but like, I know I can think of some things. Aren't there some things that you're not supposed to tell them from your clan? Like, don't you have rules about things you're not supposed to share? That stuff would just become like bubbling up and spilling out. But I want you to be able to choose what it is that comes pouring out. But yeah, it's basically secrets that you've held, how you feel about them. If you don't like Esteban or Constantine or whatever, that stuff would be, rising to the surface here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the ground, and I say, recite. We do not abandon a contract. We do not break our word of honor to a member of the sect. We do not sabotage another member of the sect. We do not refuse to answer summons from a member of the sect. We do not kill mortals during feeding. These, the rules set down by Clan Eidolon. I, Sandman, follow them. Crimes worthy of killing are many, and if there was a contract, I would be within my rights to end each of your lives.
Okay, everybody roll one more time. Difficulty 30.
I'm sorry, can we vote to name this episode I, Sandman? That was
pretty damn good, but I don't want to spoil it. That was fucking insane. Yeah.
Holy
59.
shit. 38.
Oh.
38. No.
19.
Stalker 19.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So everyone else rolled failure. Stalker rolled a 19. Stalker, the feeling you get, the compulsion ends, but everyone else has another round of it.
Even though I look back at Esteban, after everything you've said about my sire, I still want your approval, affection, love. Yours, Gunnar. I need yours too, when you're angry. I need it. I'll die. I'm going to die.
The song you were singing, that is the poem your sire wrote that I used to take his tongue. I believe I am confused by this, but Moog was somehow made by my sire as well. At first he believed he asked as if he was sired in the normal way we were, but after the store, he believed he was created in another way, so I do not know what to believe anymore. But speaking to him is the closest I have really come to finding out who my sire is. And I am excited and scared to face them. But I will. I'm afraid of what I will do when I meet them. I want to destroy them for many years.
I call bullshit. I'm sorry. In this moment of honesty, are you actually afraid of what you're going to do? Or do you know exactly what you're going to do to your sire when you meet them?
Well, this is what I'm about to say.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
I have wanted to kill them for all this time, but now as I feel it getting closer, I am worried that they may trick me again. And I may hesitate when I have my chance. They have made a fool of me time and time and time again. They have taken everything from me time and time and time again. I am embarrassed. I feel shame for what they have done, for the joke they have made me. I must meet them. There is nothing else I can do. There is nothing else I know what to do with my life. Whatever this is, it is the only purpose I have had, is to find them. And to end them.
Can I move?
Absolutely.
Are there like rocks at my feet or loose bits of debris or rock?
Yep.
I ate Hansel. I put him down my mouth and my throat, and I chewed him until there was nothing left. And I'll reach down and grab a rock from the floor. I did it not only to free him, but because I was hungry. And I want to throw one of the rocks at one of the blood orbs.
Go ahead and roll your body in difficulty 30. Who were you aiming closer to, Cora or Moog?
Cora.
Ooh. This is gonna hit Cora. It's gonna go right through this boundary, this inky, bloody boundary. And it's gonna smack Cora right. Were you aiming for her face? Because I don't want to say that you just struck her in the face, but
I picture it like a very small piece of stone. Could not really hurt her if it did hit her.
Okay.
But I wasn't necessarily throwing it at her. More so the orb to test if it would go through.
Yeah, it goes through. The orb around her. It's basically one huge bubble, kind of like a dome that surrounds both her and Moog as they have fallen. Did they fall close? Were they standing next to each other? They might not have been. Were they? I don't think they were. I think
so. No.
I think Moog was by the statue and she was maybe by the center where you guys were. So we're just going to say that that's canon now, that they've got two little domes over them, but they are separated. They're not next to each other. So he tosses this pebble towards, Cora's bubble dome thing, and the pebble will go right through the dome over both Moog and Cora, flickers for a moment before coming back up.
The orb flickers for a second before coming back up.
Yep. It's like a little protective barrier over the both of them. But they both flicker when that pebble goes through.
Does this feeling from Ishna persist?
We're going to roll one more time, rule of threes.
All right.
I'm so sorry, but...
That's all right.
I would like to do something else.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you do?
I'm still talking, right?
Yeah.
After he throws the rock, I ate him because he was a monster, and so am I. And I know I will die down here. And I want to walk through that orb and grab Cora out of it.
Ooh, okay. All right, go ahead and roll again for me, please. Difficulty 30. Difficulty 40, actually.
Body?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
59.
As you reach this barrier, I think we see Gunnar striding with purpose and determination. He's going to go through this barrier. He's going to pick up Cora, and he's going to move her out of it. But as soon as you touch this barrier, your body is rocked with pain of an infernal nature. So fire, brimstone, sulfur is choking you, essentially. It's so overwhelming. And I think you'll take damage, too. You can try again if you'd like, but it's...
I want to try again.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and roll again then.
I want to reach my arm through there and grab her.
Yeah. Just so you know, out of 10, this has done 2 damage to you. So it is a significant amount of damage you just took. But yeah, go ahead and roll again. Difficulty 40.
Oh. 88 doubles. Double the failure. Double the fun.
Okay, so the same thing occurs again. I think that Constantine, if you're watching this happen, you can see Ishna's grin unbearably wide and awful, and that like cackle that you heard before as he's laughing as Gunnar is absolutely erupting with pain. You're going to take 4 damage instead of just the 2, Gunnar, bringing your total damage to 6 out of 10 that you take here as you are trying to break through this protective barrier around Cora. I also imagine pain. I imagine the magic from Ishna or from any infernal being as not just one of physical sensation. I imagine there is a lot of mental anguish that you are experiencing in this moment as well. Because this is magic, I will go ahead and take over the narrative a little bit for you. I think we see, Gunnar's body is rocked. He starts convulsing a little bit. He is crying out in pain as if he has lost a loved one. Tears are streaming down his face as he's trying to get through this barrier. His fingers are twitching. His arms, you can see the veins moving, something in them crawling through his skin. And then he buckles and falls to one knee. Do you try again?
I want to try again.
Yeah.
I go to try to stop him too. Yeah.
Okay.
I stop him as well.
Try to stop me.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll, Gunnar, and then you guys can roll to try to stop him here in a second. Another failure, but at least it's not doubles.
69.
So yeah, that's 69. That is
Trick, save me.
Trick, save him. That is another
The phone rings in
2.
your pocket.
Yeah, that is another 2 damage that you will take. So now you have taken 8 damage out of 10. So you've got 2 hit points left, my dear. Now you two are going to roll to try to stop him. I'm assuming that you are resisting them, Gunnar. Or are
if I'm like this messed up, then maybe it won't be that hard. But I just picture like I'm trying to reach my hands through this thing. I'm like,
it's a full-on fucking anime moment. Yeah, you're like trying to go through this barrier, and it's like rocking your body, and you're still trying to do it. Go ahead and
spear tackle him.
Yeah,
that's what I want to try and do.
Go ahead and roll both Esteban and Stalker.
What difficulty at this point? Or he's this fucked up?
30, because it's not for what you think it's for.
Oh, shit. Body, though?
No, mind for both of you.
A 50.
A 77. Let's go.
Okay. Esteban, as you get close, because here's the thing, he is in this thing as he's trying to go through it anime style. He's trying to go through this.
In it.
Well, he's trying to go through this barrier.
Yeah.
So you guys, coming forth to grab him. You're not idiots. I'm assuming you're not reaching into the barrier to pull him out.
No.
But the very nature of what's happening is if you grab him, it's going to go through him into you. So Esteban, you are going to take 2 damage with the 77 failure doubles.
Okay.
You are unable to pull him out. You are also unable to move. Your feet are grounded. However, Stalker, you have rolled the failure. You're only going to take damage, but you can pull him out if you would like, because he's not really able to resist you. Yeah, so you tackle him down and out of the way. You are going to take that. Oh, I'm so sorry, Esteban. You're taking 4 damage.
4. Yep.
And you take 2.
All right.
Stalker, yeah. Please go ahead with the scene.
Yeah, I pin him down. Brother, stop this. You feel like you are a monster, but I can give you peace. You only have to learn the ways. I can guide you. I can give you purpose.
I am no warrior, brother. I cannot help you.
Warriors are not the only soldiers needed. I can find a place for you. But this is madness.
I want to grab your back of your neck. Pull your face closer to mine.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, in your hand, you feel something cold. Something hard and sharp. It is a stake in which you fired at me long ago. I place it in your hands. Give me peace.
I look at him for a long moment. You are sure. there is no coming back.
My head falls back to the stone, and I just breathe hard. I'm in pain. I cannot form another word.
Nine. You can't. And I run over, and I'm like, I start to fight to take the stake away from Stalker.
I would throw him off of me if I could.
No, you
He
can't.
Has asked. I cannot ignore it. He wants peace. Who are we to get in the way?
I'll stumble over. Are we sure he is of his right mind? This is an incredible amount of pain.
He has been in pain since he was released. Probably long before that.
So are we all. All of us. You think it is special to be in pain? To wish for death? It's not special? It is normal. All of us. Peace is something you create. You cannot give it. It does not exist. You make it. What if he goes to the fires of hell, nah? Have you thought of that? Scheiße. As if we are not all suffering.
I look back to Una. Is this your last decision, brother?
Before you go, before you decide. And I like lay flat on my back because I'm fucked up next to him. This one you fed. What was her name?
I turn to Esteban. My head still on the floor. Yield. And if you are to see her, may you just ask her why.
Ask her yourself. You die not knowing.
Look back to Stalker. Brother, I am already dead.
I bring my thumb to my fang. I cut it open. I tear his shirt away and draw a symbol on his chest. I take the stake in my hand and rest it gently. Point against his heart. Is there anything else you wish to say?
My right hand reaches up very weakly, and I put it over yours, which holds the stake. And I just squeeze as gently as I can.
I grant you peace, and I drive the stake into his heart.
The stake hits home with a sound like splitting fruit. It's wet, fibrous. And as it does so, Gunnar, you are granted a final gift from Ishna, and that is the knowledge that in that fifth coffin, there are two realities. In one reality, right next to you, for the entire time, was Hilda. And she's still there now.